don't know what it is. First off, do you know anything about what's supposed to come out later this month? And do you know about the genesis of all this, about the COVID relief bill and about what Trump did? So can you talk a little about that?
So there were some senators who have been trying to get to the heart of this for a while. And so
Sam, is this real? Sorry.
Of course it's real.
Is this up on the screen?
Yes.
All right,
it's up on the screen.
What is it?
This is TRB.
This is the TR3B.
Is the TR3B real?
Spacecraft.
No, is this someone fucking with us?
No, it's from military.com.
well,
I mean, okay, so first, I do want to get to the genesis of the COVID relief bill, but there is certainly a part of this where it could be some military shit.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. That's certainly a possibility. All right.
Yeah.
So, okay, talk to me about why all this stuff is coming out now.
So basically in this COVID relief bill, there's some senators who for a long time have wanted to get some answers. And, there's what the government does publicly and there's what the government does, when we're not aware. Right. So like the idea that we are just now starting to investigate this phenomenon is ridiculous. Like, they've had government programs forever that were top secret for decades, and then they finally admitted, oh yeah, we have been looking at them.
Yeah.
So like Project Blue Book, Project Grudge.
What is I've heard Project Blue Book like 100 times. I don't actually know what it is. What is that?
So back in the I think it started in like the 50s. They brought aboard actually a guy from our hometown, from Ohio State University.
Oh, really? Go Bucks!
Yeah.
All right, go Bucks.
Dr. J. Allen Hynek. He was an astronomer, and they brought him on board, and he was partnered up with with the military, and they would investigate these weird encounters that were reported. But in large part, now looking back, it was the government's way of saying to the public, "Oh yeah, we're investigating these," but they would always have a convenient explanation for why it wasn't real. What was interesting about that, though, is by the end, in Hynek's later life, he would do interviews, and he's like, look, I absolutely believe that 95% of it is explainable. He's like, but in my experience, there was at least 5% of the cases that we took a look at, and they weren't even getting the best cases at this point. This is just the government trying to kind of smooth things over. He was like, it's completely unexplainable. He's like, I don't know that he ever went so far to say it's off-planet stuff, but he's like, not explainable.
Okay.
So that project took place, I think, through, I want to say, like the 1960s, and then they kind of shut it down. And they've had other projects since. But ATIP is the first time they've publicly acknowledged that they have an active, program to investigate this stuff. So I think we were talking about earlier, what kicked this off was these senators are like, we want to know what you know then. If you guys have been investigating this for a while, we want you to release what information you have on this phenomenon. So they wrote this into the COVID bill, which is hilarious.
It is hilarious.
It's like we need masks for everyone, and we need to know about the goddamn UFOs.
well, did they? Did they hold the COVID bill hostage until they could get that in there?
I don't know how that worked. I think
they're like, yeah, we'll vote for the COVID bill, but
I want to see the aliens.
You're putting $7 million in there for aliens.
Do you know what the monetary value was in the bill?
I don't know. I think I read it, but I don't remember.
Okay.
I just know that. So they basically gave them a deadline. So it's by the end of June, and it's kind of a hard and fast deadline, according to the people I've interviewed so far on this. But anybody who's followed UFOs, even like casually, knows that there have been attempts to get information released from the government through the Freedom of Information Act. All the government essentially has to do, though, is say, well, you can't read all of it because that would be a threat to national security, and they redact half of it. So I'm guessing that they will release some. There will be more confirmation of other sightings by pilots, probably. So we'll probably see some more videos, and we'll probably get some more confirmation of that. But for anybody who's like waiting for the government to be like, yo, aliens are real, that's
not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
I think even if the government knew aliens were real, they're not
No.
They're not saying shit. No.